Lesson 1, the human musculoskeletal system. You can see that this system is made up of two systems, the muscular system and the skeletal system. That is to say that the human musculoskeletal system consists of all of the muscles in our body and all of the bones in our body. First, we're going to look at the muscular system in our body. So this is a picture of the back of your leg. So you can see at the bottom, this is your foot, and then it goes up to just above your knee. So if we look at what a muscle is a band or bundle of fibrous tissue in a human or animal body. What we're looking at here is obviously a human body, and you can see how the muscles are bands of fibers. You can see how the muscles are bands of fibers. Our muscles are found between our skin and our bones, and they are attached to our bones by tendons. So on the back of this leg here, you can see our Achilles tendon attaches a calcaneus, or our heel bone, up into our gastrocnemius, or soleus, or calf muscle here. So this tendon, let's see if I can draw it in green, attaches our heel bone into our calf muscle. The main function of muscles is to help us move. So muscles are attached to bones, and muscles move our bones. They are the active part of the musculoskeletal system. It is worth noting that humans have 3 different types of muscle. We have cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle is in our heart and helps to pump blood through the body. Then we have skeletal muscles. That's the muscles you see in this picture here. And skeletal muscles move our skeleton. And lastly, we have smooth muscle. And smooth muscle lines blood vessels and certain organs. Next, we will take a look at the second part of the musculoskeletal system, which is the skeletal system. So you can see here a picture of a human skeleton, which you've all seen before and probably looks quite familiar. I think it's interesting to note that, for example, when you look at this picture and you see the skull bone, the human skull, although this looks like one bone, actually consists of 22 different bones. Bones are made up of calcified material and make up the skeleton in humans. So bones are very hard, and if you take your hand right now and touch your wrist, you can feel bones in your arms and in your wrists, and you can feel how sturdy they feel. The human skeleton is made up of 206 bones, and the purpose of bones in our body is to give our body shape and structure. If we didn't have bones, you can imagine that we would just be a pile of skin and organs. So our bones give our body shape. Another thing that they do with the help of our muscular system is allow for movement, because if you remember from the slide before, muscles move our bones. A third thing that bones do in our body is protect vital organs. So you can see here, for example, the rib cage is protecting our heart. Our skull, which we've already looked at, is protecting our brain. This is a closer look at 2 bones in our body. So the bone on the left, this one here, is our femur bone, and it is the largest bone in the body. If you look on this little skeleton in the bottom right corner, your femur bone is in your leg, between your knee and your hip. So that's the largest bone in the body. And it's interesting here because the other bone next to it, our humerus, is found in your arm. And when you put them side by side, it's interesting to see how similar they look. The other interesting thing about this photo is that you can see that bones join other bones at joints. So for example, we have our knee is a joint, it can bend, our hip here, where the top of our femur and our hip join is a joint, our wrists are joints, our elbows, our shoulders, two bones join there. And so you can see in this drawing with our femur bone, here is the head where the top of the leg bone joins into the hip. And then this at the bottom would be where our knee bone would join, our patella. And then on the humerus, you can see this head where our humerus would join into our shoulder joint. And here is where our radius and ulna, two of the other bones in our arm, would join in.